And we are very hard on Rowan. But Rowan's progression through swimming and through what she's achieved, I'm in awe of. It was a struggle at the beginning for us to find something for her to compete in, but now that we've found it, we're all in.
Excited to, welcome our new baby, and I had a C-section, and so after that they, took her to the table and she wasn't crying, and I just got to see her for a quick second after they had, kind of stabilized her and wrapped her up and whisked her off to the NICU.
I left Megan and I saw Rowan and started talking to the providers about actually what was going on. Then my focus really shifted to, oh wow, Houston, we have a problem. Like there's something major going on and we don't know what it is.
Once they did that first lab draw, it was pretty clear that there was something wrong with her liver. Give her some more care and do a surgery called the Kasia. We were very hopeful that that would maybe not necessarily solve all of our problems, but definitely alleviate what was happening at that current point in time. It really never got any better. I think we kept trying to fool ourselves and saying, oh, she's getting better, oh, the numbers are coming down in the way that they're supposed to. But they really did it. And after we made it to be evaluated for transplant, I really thought that she wasn't going to make it. I 100% thought that we were going to lose our child.
She was so incredibly sick that she basically was like passing out. By the time I got to them, I checked on Rowan and she was basically in a coma in the back seat. But that once that admission occurred, that's when Megan and Rowan stayed in the hospital for the entirety of the rest of the care.
And they had prepared us that, there might be, false call, they might think that there's a liver or an organ ready and then, get there and turns out that maybe it wasn't a match. But I just remember that conversation with Chance, and I said, they say that they think it's a go for surgery. She was very jaundiced, very yellow, highlighter yellow. The whites of her eyes, anytime that she would cry, the tears would come out yellow. Everything was yellow. And when we saw her for the first time in the ICU, she was peach, she was white, the yellow was gone.
Dr. Goss, our surgeon, he kind of affirmed a lot of things in me. It basically said if she does well after this first year, she can outlive all of us and she can do whatever she wants. And
we're here to live life and not live in a bubble. And so we were very adamant that we were going to do that. And I think that it's important to live your life that way, to honor the person who donated. When Rowan first got into athletics, she might not have been the most athletic.
My thing, because I tried volleyball, basketball, running. I didn't really enjoy all of those. But then there was actually this one friend who's like, yeah, I do swim. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And so then I started getting more into it.
But he called me and he said, where's Rowan? And I said, well, I dropped her off at the swim meet. And he said, I can't find her anywhere. And I said, well, I know I dropped her off. She's there swimming. He finally found her and she was swimming. We didn't even recognize her. He didn't even know it was his own child. She had transformed so much. It was just awesome. It still is. It's awesome to see her doing something that she loves.
And I want to be an Olympic swimmer. I kind of told my dad and my mom this a lot. I'm like, I'm going to go to Stanford. I'm going to be like the next Katie Ledecky. I'm always saying I'm going to be the next Katie Ledecky. And my dad's like, well, you got to work for it. You got to actually go out there and give it all you got.
I've done a lot of things since her first competition. But one of the things that happened in that 2018 games, it was other athletes her age and older just living life like it mattered. I was actually able to ride in honor of a guy in Austin who passed away. He had 2 liver transplants. So I rode into Austin and I rode for this gentleman, and he was one of the first adults that my daughter had seen competing and really like spawned her passion for swimming in an event that she knew that she could compete in for the rest of her life.
One of my things that kind of keeps me going is my gift. my gift that I always receive every day, the gift of life. One thing that really tells me to try harder or work harder is like, hey, without this, you wouldn't be here right now, or without this, you wouldn't be in this pool swimming this, working as hard as you are. And so I'm always trying to work hard, trying to beat that time, trying to do whatever I can to do good.